my home church in the beginning of my Christian life is in Texas, a little town named Hull, Hull, and they said they're a very small town. Everybody knows everybody, it's just like the village where I grew up. Almost every time I go home to the home church, somebody's missing in the church. Usually they die because they're old age, 80, 90, that kind of old age. And some are missing and they're not that old. And I ask, where is so-and-so? Oh, they're in First Baptist Church in Daysetta. So how come they're going to Daysetta? Oh, we have a disagreement and they decided to leave the church. So almost every time I go home, there would be at least one story like that. Next month, I'm going to visit Hull and Daysetta again. So I hope they don't tell me that brother so-and-so is in Daysetta or in Hull, because there was a misunderstanding. But those kind of things should not bother us, because we never have any misunderstanding in this church. Amen. Thank you. No matter where you go, if there's going to be people there, you are going to have misunderstanding. And most of the time, in my kind of work, you spend a lot of time, if not most of the time, trying to heal situations, smoothen some ruffled feathers of someone or someone's in the congregation. So this morning we're going to look together into restoring broken fellowship. Restoring broken fellowship or relationships. Since we do have them, I think it would be wise for us to pay close attention to what the scripture has to say about what are some of the things that we can do to restore unity and harmony. We talk about the psalmist saying how wonderful, how pleasant it is when brothers and sisters or when Christians live together in harmony. It is in those days and times, when there is no disappointment between you and the important people in your lives, when love rules, when considerations for each other rule. It's a different world altogether, a different life. And Jesus not only came to bring reconciliation or friendship between God and man, but also friendship between man and man. When I say man and man, people, men and women, both alike. So relationships are always worth restoring. Relationships are always worth restoring. In Philippians 2, verse 1 and 2, is there any encouragement from belonging to Christ? Any comfort from His love? Any fellowship together in the Spirit? Are your hearts tender and compassionate? Then make me truly happy by agreeing wholeheartedly with each other, loving one another, and working together with one mind and one purpose. Jesus on the Sermon on the Mount, bless those who seek peace, the peacemakers, those who spend their time and energy and resources in bringing peace in any situation, whether it be the home, the marriage, the church, the organization where you belong in the community, or at the job. God bless those who always seek peace, especially His peace. So, some of the things that we can do to restore broken relationship or fellowship. One, when there is a misunderstanding, when somebody hurts you, when you hurt somebody, where do you begin? Number one, talk to God before talking to the person that either has hurt you or you have hurt. Talk to God first before talking to the person. If we do that, we're going to find out a lot of the worries and anxieties that are connected with what we think the situation is will be eliminated or do away with. James 4, 1 through 3. Read that with me, please. Begin. Quarrels and fights among you. Don't they come from the evil desires at war within you? You want what you don't have, so you scheme and kill to get. You are jealous of what others have, but you can't get it, so you fight and wage war to take it away from them. Yet you don't have what you want because you don't ask God for it. And even when you ask, you don't get it because your motives are all wrong. You want only what will give you pleasure. I don't know in your experience, but many times when I begin with the Lord, it's like beginning with the doctor. When I know there's something wrong somewhere, even though I don't understand it fully, the doctor is the one that gives us sometimes an expert opinion. But most people, or some people, they wait until the sickness is so serious that there's almost nothing else left but either to live or die. And sometimes when we go to see the doctor, it's too late. We do the same thing with our situation sometimes. When there's hurt feelings, when there's disagreement, instead of talking to God first, we tried everything else. We tried talking to this person, get their opinion, and this person, their opinion. And when everything else failed, then we decided, well, there's only one person left, that's God, so let's try God. Start there. Talk to God before talking to the person. Second, sympathize with their feelings. Sympathize. Feel what the other people are feeling, or try to feel what other people are feeling. Philippians 2 verse 4. Read that together, please. Ready? I'm sorry. Did I skip to 2?
Yes.
Okay, let's go back to 2. Always take the initiative. In other words, you take the first step in reconciliation. Whether you're right or whether you're wrong in your own thinking. Always take the initiative of restoring the relationship. Matthew 5, 23 and 24. Read together, please. Ready, begin.
This is how I want you to conduct yourself in these matters. If you enter your place of worship
and about to make an offering, you suddenly remember a grudge a friend has against you. Abandon your offering, leave immediately, go to this friend and make things right. Then and only then come back and work things out with God.